Hello children, welcome to the YouTube channel of Welkin National School Vasai East. This is Mrs. Mamata Biju, your subject teacher of SST. Today I will be teaching for standard 7th, that is Civics chapter number 4, Fundamental Rights part 1. Now they have given this picture carrying their own posters. This they have given that education is our right, means the both children they are talking about that education is our right. Then we must get the assurance of a minimum wage, it is our right, means they are saying that the both persons are working, so how much they are working they should get their minimum wages. We have a right over our forest and its resources, means they are saying wherever they are staying in the village, the area near to that village, whatever whether it is a forest or some other land, whatever the resources and the production is removed from this forest, they have the right to get that. You must have seen such placards in the newspaper and elsewhere. In a rally or a march, sometimes a certain demand is made, asserting it to be their right. We get rights at birth. Every newborn baby has a right to live. The entire society and government takes effort to ensure that the baby is in the best of health. Only when all individuals get protection from injustice, exploitation, discrimination, and deprivation will they be able to develop their skills and qualities. Demanding one's right is insisting on creating an atmosphere conducive to the development of the self as well as the entire society. The Indian Constitution has guaranteed equal rights to all citizens in order to create this conducive atmosphere. These rights are fundamental rights as they are included in the Constitution. They have the status of law. It is imperative for everybody to abide by these rights. Now over here in this paragraph they have explained that now as we all have seen some or the other certain issues like raised in newspaper, TV or any rally regarding to certain demand need to be fulfilled, and it means about the rights. Now everyone has a right to birth. Now every newborn baby has right to live. So the government ensures that the baby is in the best of health. So the Indian Constitution has given guarantee about equal rights to all citizens to create a proper atmosphere, so that this right is called fundamental right. Now Constitution had included laws also, so that everybody has to abide by these rights. Are rights as mentioned in the Constitution. Let us understand the rights of Indian citizen included in the Constitution. Right to equality. According to the right to equality, the state cannot discriminate amongst its citizens as a superior, inferior, or as men, women, and cannot give different treatment or privileges to anybody. The same law applies equally to all. Many laws give us protection. For example, we have protection from arrest without warrant. Also, the state cannot discriminate while extending such protection. Now, what other things are included in the right to equality? The state cannot discriminate against any citizen on the grounds of religion, caste, race, sex, descent, or place of birth or residence for government employment. The inhuman practice of untouchability that was prevalent in our country has been abolished by law. The practice of the untouchability in any form is a cognizable offense. This practice has been abolished in order to establish equality in Indian society. The Constitution has also abolished titles that create an artificial hierarchy among people. For example, titles like Raja, Maharaja, Rao Bahadur, etc. have been abolished. Now over here in the right to equality paragraph they have explained that in this state in this state cannot interfere in the citizen as per who is superior or who is inferior or any man or woman and cannot give a good treatment to a particular person. Now the laws applies to everybody. Now the laws also give us protections like without warrant a person cannot be arrested. Then status also cannot interfere in the grounds of religion, caste, race, sex, descent or place of birth. The inhuman practice untouchability in our country is been abolished by the law. So the constitution created an artificial hierarchy among people like title like Raja, Maharaja, Rao Bahadur, etc. and so on. Right to liberty. Now this is a knowledge, good knowledge. The constitution prevents the state from conferring title that nurture inequality and draw wedges in social unity. But the state does not confer award like Padma Shri. Now these are the honor award of our country. They have given this. Padma Shri, then Padma Bhushan, then Padma Vibhushan, etc. for distinguished contribution in different field. Bharat Ratna is also an award for our country, is the greatest civilian honor or award of our country. Now they have given the names also for the medals like Paramveer Chakra, then Ashoka Chakra, Shaurya Chakra are awarded for remarkable services in the armed force. These medals are being honored only for those people who are well known and done a very good job in the service of the armed force. Now such awards don't bestow any special rights or privilege upon those who receive them. It is only a recognition of their contribution. Now this is whatever the medals of the honor they got, this is only a part of contribution from their end. So this is only a contribution and this is only a reward for them. This is not a special rights or who will receive it. Right to liberty. This is a very important right given by the Constitution. It gives a guarantee of all the freedoms necessary from the point of view of the individual. As Indian citizen, we have the right to freedom of speech and expression, freedom to assemble peaceably, freedom to form association or unions, freedom to move freely throughout the territory of India, freedom to reside and settle in any part of the territory of India, freedom to practice any lawful profession or to carry on any occupation, trade or business of one's choice. Now, the right to liberty in the Constitution has guaranteed us the freedom of speech and movement, and it has also provided the security to keep us safe. This legal protection has been given to everybody equally. It is not denied to anybody. For example, we all have a right to life. It appears to be simple, but it has a deep significance. It implies getting a guarantee to live, availability of a conducive environment for living. Nobody can take away another's life. No person can be arrested and detained without any reason. Now, over here, they have explained in the paragraph that Constitution guarantees to all the Indian citizens regarding freedom, which is necessary to every individual. The rights are freedom of speech and expression, then freedom to assemble peaceably, then freedom to form association or union, then freedom to move freely throughout the country, then freedom to settle anywhere in any part of the territory of India, then freedom to carry any occupation or any trade or any business of their one's choice. Now this legal freedom is given to everybody. For example, if you have a right to live as per your choice, so nobody can take your life. So it also includes right to education. Now all children between 6 and 14 years of age should get education as a fundamental right. Right against exploitation. The right against exploitation implies the right to prevent exploitation. While the Constitution has banned all the type of oppression through the right against exploitation, it has made a special provision to prevent the exploitation of children. Accordingly, it is prohibited to employ children under 14 years of age in hazardous places. Children cannot be employed or made to work in factories and mines. Exploitation included bonded labor or forcing somebody to work against his her wish, treating somebody like a slave, denying them legitimate compensation, making them do excessive or strenuous work, starving them or ill treating them, then generally women, children, the weaker section of the society, and powerless people are exploited. Now, this right enables us to stand up against any kind of exploitation. In this chapter, we studied the rights to liberty and equality and the right against exploitation. In the next chapter, we shall study some more fundamental rights in the Constitution. Now, in the rights against exploitation, they have explained in the paragraph that Constitution has banned on all the rights against exploitation. Now, exploitation, it includes that children under 14 years of age are prohibited to give jobs and they cannot work to the children. Now children are not supposed to work in factories and mines. Now exploitation means you cannot force somebody to work against his or her wish or any choice. Now you cannot treat somebody like a slave, or you cannot ill treat with anybody, mostly women and powerless people of the weaker sections of the society are being exploited. So this all exploitation we cannot government cannot be done. So students, we have completed this chapter. Hope you all have understood this chapter. Bye students, take care and have a nice day.